Hey everyone, welcome back. Um, as you can read, it's another installment of entertainment, uh, media entertainment from my childhood. Today I'm going to be talking about a film I grew up loving, hence the title of this video. And it's a movie I could always go back to if I ever am feeling down or down on my luck. I don't feel very good. This this film cheers me up. Um, and no, it's not a horror movie. So yeah, Wizard of Oz. Yeah, I'm sure I'm probably surprising some people who watch my channel. Um, but Wizard of Oz is one of my favorite films of all time. I'm not gonna go through the story because everybody knows the story. Dorothy, a farm girl from Kansas, ends up getting swept away by a twister and ends up landing in the magical world of Oz. Simple storyline, and she's trying to find her way back home. Um, we already know how it ends. Clicks her heels together 3 times and then goes back home. Um, Pretty much what this film is, it's an embodiment of childhood innocence. Um, like when you're a child, you just dream a lot. Well, when I was a kid, I daydreamed a lot, and I do mean a lot. Um, so uh, Dorothy is kind of the daydreamer, and she dreams of a world without any hate, without any mean people or anything. So Oz is the place, but she knows of this woman named Elmira Gulch, or Miss Gulch. Uh, I forget the woman's name. I don't know which woman it would be, but she plays the Wicked Witch of the West, and she plays Miss Gulch. Now, the Wicked Witch of the West is pretty much the embodiment of hate. Um, all things disgusting and evil in a child's life. So the witch is the evil, and a cliche in fairy tales nowadays. The witch being killed by water. Um, Pretty simple. So you've got to look at this from a little kid's point of view, and I still look at this from a little kid's point of view. And now as an adult, I still look at it from a kid's point of view, but I understand things now that I didn't understand when I was a kid. Uh, for instance, when for each of the characters Dorothy meets along that her adventure in Oz, she meets a scarecrow who wants a brain. She meets she meets a lion who wants courage, and she meets a tin man who wants a heart. Well, if you think about it, that's pretty much like what a real person would need. They need courage, a heart, and a brain. And some people are calling this a political satire thing, and I'm like, well, I mean, I could see it, but really, are you going to put politics? Gonna look so far deep into the Wizard of Oz? Really, it's one of the greatest musicals of all time, and I do not like musicals. I like the '50s musicals, but that's about it. I hate that High School Musical crap. Um, Stage Fright 2014 is pretty cool. I'll review that during October. Um, but this is a great film. I got this from my aunt when she was moving to her home state with my uncle, and she was giving me some movies, and this was one of those movies. My uncle got it on DVD, so he was like, "Oh, you can have the tape, man." So I got it. Um, I haven't watched this because I haven't been feeling down and out lately. The last time I watched this was about a year ago. I still haven't even rewound the tape. Yes, yes, people. There were things before DVDs called VHSs. They were from the 80s and 90s. And yeah, they might be considered primitive, but this was our form of entertainment. This was how we saw movies. And one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. It's right up there with The Lion King, Nightmare Before Christmas, um, and it's weird those are musicals too. Um, probably, well, I wouldn't go putting Scarface in that category either. But for some reason, I had Scarface on the mind. But Scarface is a classic, but I could never finish it in one sitting. I had to watch it in parts. Like, watch one half one day, watch the other half another day, and then the last half the third day. But, anyways, back on topic. Uh, the designs, don't go into this for the set designs because uh, you if you're gonna complain about the set designs, go fuck yourself. Because the set designs were pretty damn cool for the time, and they still hold up today. Yeah, you can tell they're people in costumes. So what? It's a kids movie, and like I said before, and I'll say it again, this is one of the best, if not the best, uh, children's musical I've ever seen. I've read the book. I read the wonderful land of Oz. Uh, I think it was my fifth grade or sixth grade year I read it. Um, and that was the only Oz book I ever read. Pretty much, it's this movie, but there's a lot more stuff going on with it. Like, for instance, the Tin Man wasn't born tin. He was born a human being, and he ended up he was a lumberjack, and he ended up getting into accidents, and the person kept on giving him uh, 10 arms, 10 legs, and by the end he had a full tin body. Um, Also, I think it was wood too. It might have been wood and tin because he was called the Tin Woodsman. So yeah, and the Scarecrow was a little bit different too. The Scarecrow was, of course, still a Scarecrow, but he was a lot pudgier. Um, his eyes were like button sockets, and the lion uh, was kind of frowny face. And in this, they made him look more happy. But it's cool. Gotta do what you can. Um, but what do I give Wizard of Oz? Really? Really? Am I really going to rate Wizard of Oz on camera? Yes. Yes, I am. I am going to rate this a 10 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I've enjoyed it since I was a little kid, and I still enjoy it to this day. This is a movie I can always come back to. And this brings back so many memories of when I was a kid. Uh, like nowadays we've got computers and stuff. We can look up anything we want. But uh, when the internet was first starting, uh, we didn't really have a whole lot of the stuff we have now. We didn't have Google. The closest thing to Google we had was Yahoo. I think Yahoo came out first, but anyways, now you can get movies on the internet, you can get games on the internet, you can get all this shit on the internet, but uh, you will not be able to capture that same feeling of when you were a kid in the 90s, going to a video store, picking up a video cassette, taking it home, and watching the ever living crap out of it, and then taking it back to the video store the next day or the next week or however long you kept it for. Sometimes you ended up getting a late fee, but yeah, I am a bad person about that. I got a lot of late fees at the video stores I have. Used to rent a lot of Leprechaun movies and a lot of Crow movies. Yes, The Crow. Brandon Lee is the shit. It says the greatest fantasy film of all time. Well, this is really one of the few fantasy films I actually like. So, yeah. For those who have never seen Wizard of Oz and you like children's movies, check it out. It's well worth the time. Um, but I will say though, even though it is worth the time, it is a bit lengthy. So if this puts you off, it's an hour and 43 minutes. So yeah, 103 minutes. There's a really good soundtrack. Like all the songs in it were really catchy. Like if I only had a brain, if I only had a heart, if I only had courage. Uh, but I will never, as long as I live, see the RoboCop remake because I heard they use If I Only Had Heart at the worst possible moment in the RoboCop remake. And I do not like RoboCop's new look. I prefer the old school version better. So, anyways, hopefully you all enjoyed my review of The Wizard of Oz. And when I was younger, I used to think it was called Wizard of Oz, like with a V, because back then I didn't really care a whole lot about spelling. But anyways, hopefully you all enjoyed my review of Wizard of Oz. Uh, I don't think I'll put the year because yeah, just fuck it, just because everybody knows what year this came out. It came out in the 1930s. So, anyways, peace. Catch y'all later. The year is on the back. Uh, Hopefully you all can see it. Sorry about my shakiness. I have tremors. So, yeah. Uh, Catch you later. Psychopathic one, signing off.